So we won't be going live with this one, guys. We're stopping this one.
Okay, so this is a very impromptu podcast. Was it appropriate for the cast?
No. Maybe I need to put the timer on first.
Okay, so this is a very impromptu podcast. Actually, it's the first podcast of the channel, the 758-876. And how appropriate, while we're getting set up, we're getting pinned up, your mic is on.
Check.
The unknown dreamer, and me being the green dreamer. So this should be a little rough, but it will still be broadcasted. So as we know that the channel is the 758-876, and it's all about dreamers, helping dreamers.
Indeed.
And so we know that dreamers are people with aspirations, people who have been desiring certain things in growing up, in their life, where they are now, where they want to go. So in today's episode, the very first podcast of the channel.
Yep.
And this is actually a test. We are pretty much testing the system. The lighting is up, the camera is on, and then we have the unknown dreamer and the green dreamer in the house. Mr. Unknown Dreamer, right now you are becoming a celebrity because you will be on the tube, you will be out there, and people would have known.
Did you say becoming? I am a celebrity. Being the first, I am that celebrity. So maybe this might get you some views.
So I just want to put in a little insight here as well, and so appropriate that the channel is the 758, which is St. Lucia, 876, which is Jamaica. And we have representation from both sides. So both flags of the channel are represented here today. How appropriate for the very first podcast of the series.
Indeed.
You don't know where this is going to go. So this is very, very rough cut. It's not going to be edited. So it is pretty much just what it is. That's what it is. We're testing a system of podcasting. And also it is a reality that a dreamer, that I am, the green dreamer, is interviewing
the unknown dreamer.
Or we were having a conversation. So since you are the pioneer,
that's correct.
Okay, you are that. I wouldn't say the guinea pig because we test the system.
As I asked, I would even the pig ticket.
But I want to ask you, on a very, very light, very light cut, because I do not want to go too deeply into this. Very light, any one dream or aspiration, desire that you want to plug in here that the rest of the world would know from today. Mr. Unknown Dreamer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Welcome, viewers. Welcome to the channel. Representing 876. Speak with the interviewer behind the camera.
Well, likewise in front of the camera.
In front. As an unknown dreamer, it is my will to dream beyond dreams. So there's not one prescribed or one set dream that I want. I want to achieve all there is that I can achieve. Hence the name Unknown Dreamer. From this day onward, what I want the world to know is that I believe in love. First is love. And I think love conquers all. So, love thy neighbor like you love thyself. Let us be one. Each one, help one. And that's what I want.
But this thing about love, it's everywhere. So does that cut deep into your own dreams, or is it part of what your dreams are made of? Because I don't know, love could be on so many levels.
That's right.
And does that level is that level what governs your dreams, where you go, how you go, when you go.
Yes, sir.
Is that what this love in what you explain is, or is it just generally how you live life?
Well, love is a way of life, just like religion. It's how you live. It's a way of life. For me, love is from the heart. It's how you see people. It's how you interact with each other. And that's why I said that love conquers all.
So love meaning that's an action thing, huh?
It is. So you share with your brother. It's something that you do subconsciously. You treat one as how you'd want to be treated.
I am just checking my hairdo. Was it appropriate for the cast?
No, maybe I need to put the turban on first. So we won't be going live with this one, guys. Stop with this one.
Well, we're not live, but it will be broadcasted.
Yeah, I think you need to tell me this one until I put on the turban. We'll put on the turban and then let's go.
There will be no editing. It was mentioned.
No, he's not editing. You're just cutting that part out.
In the intro, there will be no editing. But on a more serious note, I know each person would have, somewhere tucked away,
yes,
some deep-rooted desire.
Yes,
something they aspire to, which is what pretty much the channel is based on.
Yes, sharing one story and
in some cases that would characterize how one lives the day-to-day. Like, I want to be a doctor, so I am doing things, I am doing science subjects, I am walking the line, I'm visiting hospital, I am helping people in such a way that actions that I have that desire for that field, for that medical field. If I want to be I don't know, so many things that are out there. I one of my desires
is to be a Jamaican. That much I know. You want to be a Jamaican so badly.
Too late.
It's a dream.
But it is one of the things that I would have put out on the channel. The desire or my aspiration, my dream,
yes,
to become an airline pilot. And what I found back then, it was, I had this fear of height, and that was kind of the Achilles heel for me in some way. And in that way, I also, since I could not do that part, I wanted to study avionics, aviation electronics, and maybe that's a good plug for this time. But I did try to pursue avionics. However, the school that I applied to was not taking in foreign students at the time. And so that dream was kind of shelved.
That portion.
That portion was shelved, for a little while, until later on in life, where I engaged with, RCs and drones and,
gadgets. I realize you're a man of gadgets.
Helicopters and planes and those things still of aerial tendencies.
Okay. So you see, you live in the dream in another form. You may not be in that plane up there, but you have the drones, the helicopters.
Yes, and I would sometimes go online on YouTube and look at a lot of pilots, pilot videos, and also in my mind kind of put myself in the cockpit, and say.
But what made you want to be a pilot, though?
I am not sure. I always had that curiosity. Always was, amazed at the machine, the airplane, the build, the theory, or even the practicality of how this thing airborne, takes to flight.
Yes.
And so I have also continued to study, the makeup of an airplane. Fortunately enough, in my studies, in my formal study, I did study airplanes and engines and turbines and those things. And so part of that is what I do. The amazing and strange and awkward thing is when I travel, every time I travel via air,
Yes.
as soon as I get on that plane and the engine starts, my ear is tuned to the engine. It does not matter if that flight is 10 minutes long or 10 hours long, but my mind is fixed on the sound of that engine. Just because of my study and things that I know about.
Great.
I have also over the years flown a lot. I have a lot of air miles, not actual air miles, but traveled a lot. And so I have, in all those experiences, tried to experience, even from the passenger seat, that
which is most of the
desire.
time, if not all, from the passenger seat.
Yeah. I don't think I've never been inside a flight.
Okay.
I don't think so.
But then it's a good thing because it shapes your future. You're now in engineering.
Well,
fixing machines.
yes, but I don't think that's what shaped that future. And that is for another episode. Because I recall just skimming on this. One of my relatives at one time, at one turning point of my life, would ask me, what do you want to be? What do you desire to become? And of course, my response was, I want to be a doctor.
You can still live that dream.
But it's true, because my favorite subject at school at that time was biology. I was a walking biology textbook. For me, I know a lot about the body through biology and also through my training from my mother, who was a herbalist. So this, I guess, is the test episode, but also it's a very, very relevant episode.
Indeed.
Hair, fresh cut, first cut. And so we are going to add this episode as a test episode, but as an episode that marks the future of the channel.
That's
in
right.
Podcasting.
Great things to come.
Yes. So on this note, we'll say shalom.
Adios.
And we welcome all dreamers. In the comment section, you could put in your dream, your desire, your aspiration.
Yeah, and you could join us.
You could also contact us so that we could come and help tell your story. We could come and share in your story. We could come and hopefully even connect you to some people who could allow you to experience that dream, desire, and aspiration. The 758-876.
Wow.